Grant Wahl was a vocal critic of the Qatari government and of the nation's hosting of the World Cup. The prominent American soccer journalist spoke out against the regime just 1 day prior to his sudden death while covering Argentina's quarterfinal win over the Netherlands in Lusail, Qatar on Friday. He was 49. "They just don't care," Wahl wrote on his Substack on Thursday. Qatari World Cup organizers don't even hide their apathy over migrant worker deaths, including the most recent one. On Wednesday, The Athletic reported that a migrant worker died at the tournament while performing repairs at a training base during the group stage. The worker suffered a fatal blow to the head after falling off a forklift, and it was kept under wraps until the report came out. "We know the Qatari Supreme Committee doesn't care because its CEO, Nasser al-Khader, told you all you needed to hear in an interview with the BBC that was breathtaking in its crassness," Wahl wrote. The Qatari Supreme Committee, established by the state of Qatar to deliver and implement the nation's infrastructure for the tournament, has been blasted for human rights violations. Between 400 and 500 workers are estimated to have died constructing stadiums and facilities needed for the World Cup. Amnesty International also documented abhorrent living conditions workers endured. The Qatari regime has largely disputed those reports, attempting to keep the focus on soccer. "We're in the middle of a World Cup, and we have a successful World Cup," al-Khader said when asked about the most recent worker's death this week. "And this is something that you want to talk about right now? I mean, death is a natural part of life, whether it's at work, whether it's in your sleep. Of course, a worker died. Our condolences go to his family. However, it's strange that this is something that you wanted to focus on as your first question." Eric Wahl said he believes that his brother was killed and is suspicious of foul play from the Qatari government. The American government announced they were in contact with the regime later Friday evening. "We were deeply saddened to learn of the death of Grant Wahl and send our condolences to his family, with whom we have been in close communication," U.S. Department of State spokesperson Edward Price tweeted. "We are engaged with senior Qatari officials to see to it that his family's wishes are fulfilled as expeditiously as possible."